Here are 51 things about Drake you didn't know before the beef, and you definitely didn't know most of them. Drake's parents divorced when he was 5 years old, and he was raised by his mother in Forest Hill, an affluent and predominantly Jewish neighborhood in Toronto. He attended Jewish day school, had a bar mitzvah at age 13, and observed the Jewish high holy days with his mother. Drake's album Scorpion did so well that he became the first artist ever to reach 10 billion streams on Apple Music. In 2012, he provided the voice for Ethan the Young Mammoth in Ice Age 4 Continental Drift. The movie made almost $900 million globally. Drake is a huge fan of Harry Potter. He's so into it that he spent years hunting around the world for the first edition of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. When Lil Wayne signed Drake, he really liked Drake's song Replacement Girl so much that he flew Drake to Houston right away to perform on his Carter 3 tour. Drake's album Take Care broke records as the fastest selling hip-hop album in a week, but just a week later, Eminem's Recovery album beat that record. In 2006, Drake launched his music career by releasing his first mixtape, Room for Improvement. 3 years later, his third mixtape, So Far Gone, garnered him critical and commercial success, and the following year, he released his official debut album, Thank Me Later, to generate positive reviews. As a young man, Drake appeared in several commercials for such retailers as Sears and GMC. In 2001, Drake rose to fame by playing the role of Jimmy Brooks, a character on Degrassi, The Next Generation 2001. A basketball star who was confined to a wheelchair after being shot by a classmate. After making a lot of money, Drake bought his first house in Los Angeles in 2012. It cost $7.7 million and had one of the same amazing pools he used to look at online. Lil Wayne, the founder of Young Money Entertainment, would sign Drake to the label in 2009 after becoming musically inspired by Jay-Z and Clips. Drake self-released his debut mixtape, Room for Improvement, in 2006. In his apartment, he has neon artwork made by an artist from Los Angeles named Patrick Martinez. It says, "Less Drake, more Tupac." Every August in Toronto, Drake's company October's Very Own throws a festival called OVO Fest, which coincides with the Caravana Festival. Since 2010, OVO Fest has featured big-name performances by artists like Eminem, Kanye West, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Lil Wayne, and Nas. In June 2016, Drake started his own whiskey brand called Virginia Black. In just 1 year, it sold 30,000 cases worldwide. It did so well that in January 2018, Drake and Spirit's businessman Brent Hawkins said that they would make the whiskey brand available to the public, letting people buy shares to help change the whiskey game. Drake and Chris Brown reportedly got into a fight on June 14, 2012, at a nightclub in Manhattan. Allegedly, Drake and his group threw glass bottles at Chris Brown during the altercation. Drake's talent for music might run in the family. His dad, Dennis Graham, was a drummer who played with Jerry Lee Lewis, and his uncle Larry Graham was Prince's bass player. In June 2013, after the Miami Heat won Game 7 of the NBA Finals, there is a video of Drake trying to get into the Heat locker room, but he couldn't because he didn't have a media pass. As a well-known pop star, Drake often faces criticism for his actions in public. For instance, in 2018, there were accusations that he was associating with and grooming minors, which led to several mainstream celebrities distancing themselves from him. Scallops at Thomas Keller's French Laundry is his favorite food. Drake named his property the YOLO Estate. He decided to sell the house for $20 million in January 2017. In May 2016, Drake and Rihanna shared a photo of themselves visiting a fan who had cancer. The fan was a huge Drake fan, and Drake surprised everyone by showing up at Rihanna's concert in Miami. In November 2017, Drake said in an interview with The Hollywood Reporter that he wanted to get into making TV shows and movies. He said he was teaming up with Netflix to bring back Top Boy, a British TV series that was really popular from 2011 to 2013. Drake argued with the people who write and make Degrassi, telling them to change his character so he wouldn't be in a wheelchair anymore. He was getting teased by his rapper friends who thought that it made him look weak. When Drake got kicked off Degrassi, he almost had to work as a waiter to make ends meet. Drake cares about helping others and often gives back to the community. For example, he donated the $1 million budget of his God's Plan music video to his school and the local community in Miami. Drake can ice skate. Since he's from a country famous for hockey, he's pretty comfortable on the ice. Drake loves basketball. He's often seen sitting right by the court at NBA games. His favorite team is the Toronto Raptors, but he's pals with lots of players like LeBron James. Drake has even more records on the Hot 100 charts, like having the most top 10 singles with 77 and the most songs overall with 330. From 2018 to 2023, he held the record for the most songs on the chart in 1 week with 27, the most new songs debuting in 1 week with 22, and spent the longest continuous time on the Hot 100 with 431 weeks. Lil Wayne made a good call when he decided to give Canadian rapper Drake a shot. Within just a year of that important phone call, Drake's first song, Successful, became a big hit. It made it onto the Billboard Hot 100 Singles chart in 2009. Drake's song Successful also ended up on Rolling Stone's list of the 25 best songs of 2009. Drake got into legal trouble with his ex-girlfriend because of his song Marvin's Room. They sorted it out and settled the case in 2013. Drake injured his ACL tendon in 2009 while performing on stage during his America's Most Wanted tour. Right now, Drake is the artist who has had the most #1 rap singles. He's got a record-breaking 13 songs at the top spot as of 2024. Drake's music video for The Best I Ever Had was directed by Kanye West himself. It was also the first ever video that was official for Drake. Even though he began at the bottom, Drake rose to fame fast. He released his first studio album, Thank Me Later, less than 2 years after he was discovered. Drake's album, Thank Me Later, reached the #1 spot on the charts in both Canada and America. Drake felt really alone and different during high school. He was one of the few black and Jewish students in a mostly white school. He said nobody really knew what it was like for him, but he believed standing out made him tougher. In 2018, Drake went on a big tour called the Aubrey and Three Migos Tour, and made over $79 million from it. In 2017, Drake won 2 awards from his popular song Hotline Bling, but he wasn't too happy about it. He felt insulted by the awards and accused the Grammys of forcing him into a specific category. Drake, along with a Cash App and Visa, announced a big tour for 2024 organized by Live Nation. It includes 22 shows in a row at arenas. The tour starts with 2 concerts in Denver on January 18th and 19th, then goes to New Orleans, Nashville, and Columbus for more back-to-back performances. In addition to his issues with Kanye West and his past girlfriends, Drake has also had problems with Pusha T and Ludacris. When Drake isn't making his own music, you might find him producing for his record label, OVO Sound, using the name Champagne Papi. Drake also outdid Justin Bieber for the most entries on the Billboard Hot 100 chart in 1 week. Bieber had 17 entries, but Drake had 20. Drake was born under the Scorpio zodiac sign. Overall, the rapper made almost $100 million before taxes from the deals he endorsed from 2016 to 2017. Drake's song The Motto was one of the first times YOLO was used in pop culture, and people give him credit for coming up with it. So next time you use YOLO on social media, remember where it came from. Drake's son, named Adonis, was born on October 11, 2017 to Sophie Brousseau. Adonis is Drake's only child so far. He caused a stir online because he's acquainted with Athea Shetty from Bollywood. People were surprised when he commented on one of her posts. And although there are different stories about how they know each other, the bottom line is they've met twice. Drake was set to be in the famous video game Gears of War 3, but he couldn't make it due to scheduling issues. Drake left school to chase his dream of acting and didn't finish high school until 2012. In 2013, Drake became the official global ambassador for the Toronto Raptors. It was the first time the NBA had such a role. Drake worked as a songwriter for Dr. Dre when he was at Aftermath Entertainment.